Have you ever received an invoice in your email box and you have no idea why you received it? Well, would you believe I just received one? If you didn't know, I actually own an electronic drop shipping business. The only place that I actually advertise is on Google. There's a couple of companies in New Zealand. One's called PriceMe and the other one's called Price Spy, and they are comparison websites. And I remember a few years ago getting a phone call from one of the guys asking me if I wanted to advertise on their website. And I said, how much does it cost? And they said 35 cents a click. And I said, I'm not really interested. Can you limit the amount of clicks that you receive? And they said no. So I said, well, what's stopping something going wrong and you getting a denial server attack and 1 million people click on the advert, I'd get a bill for $350,000. I said, if you can't limit it, I don't want to do it. And I said, in fact, can you remove me from your website? So if you went to the one company I am talking about at the moment, which is PriceMe, you can see that my website is still listed on their directory. They've got everything, my trading, my GST number, and my company name, which is now wrong, and an outdated logo. So I was quite surprised when I got an email in my email box, basically for NZ Electronics, telling me that I have 289 product views. That's not clicks. And I've had 43 clicks, which equates to $20 plus GST. And they're telling me my top products and the like. And anyway, long story short, I did not authorize this company to do any advertising for me. And they've decided to send me what I would call a Proforma invoice. This is the company I'm talking about. This is where their offices are. They're based in Auckland. And here's the invoice that they want me to pay that is generated. And when I click pay, it takes me off to zero. So I'm not happy and I'm going to telephone them. And I thought, well, since I've been doing a lot of YouTube YouTube videos lately, I thought I would record it and make a YouTube video out of it and see what sort of response I get. So I'm just going to go and use it on my iPad and hopefully we can telephone this company and get to somebody in the accounts.
Kia ora. Thank you for calling NZ Compare. If you know the extension of the comparison consultant you would like to speak to, please dial it now. Otherwise, please hold and a member of our team will be with you shortly.
Hi, this is NZ Compare. Speaking with Agnes. How can I help you today?
G'day. I didn't quite hear you there. What was your name?
Oh, Agnes?
Oh, g'day, Agnes. Danny DeHeck is my name. I own a company.
Danny.
Hello. I own a company called NZ Electronics, and I've just received a bill from you guys, and I just want to talk to somebody who may have generated that bill for me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me just check with a phone number.
Thank you.
Sorry, my system is just a bit slow at the moment. Just give me a sec.
Did you say your system was a bit slow?
Yes, I'll just bring up your details.
That's all right. Got nothing else to do.
And you were saying your last name. What's your last name, Danny?
DeHeck, DEHEK.
Oh. Did you remember he talked to you through talk to you about informing about your electricity, Danny.
Can you say that a
Because
bit louder,
I'm just.
please?
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, not very well. You're quite muffled.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Is it close enough?
Yeah,
Close
that's
enough
better.
for you? Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering, like, does someone do you still remember he called you from our end from Invoice Compare?
No, I've had no. I think I talked to you guys maybe 4 years ago, but I've had no
Oh,
correspondence with you via email or telephone. But I've just received a bill in the mail for $20 plus GST for some services that you allegedly have offered me without my authority.
oh, okay. Cause at the moment, Danny, it was just like my first kind of 2 months. Did you want me to uh put this on it so I can just give this information to my team leader so they can get back to you
I'd
and
rather speak to
sort
somebody
that
now
this.
because I've got better things to do than spend all day on the phone waiting for somebody to come back to me when they've sent me a bill that I haven't asked for. So if I could handle
Yeah.
it, get it addressed now would be good. Otherwise, I'll just waste more of my time and I'll send you a bill for my time.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's just um just like on the customer like admin, but I feel like my team here or my manager I'm sure sort this thing because it sounds like it's 4 years ago, and you got the bill with this kind of problem that's going on. So I can just is that okay with you, Danny?
I don't really
Like
understand. Are
say,
you saying this bill was 4 years old?
I mean like since like you haven't heard from us from 4 years ago,
Yes.
did you want me to like transfer your number to a team leader or what you call a
Yes.
manager
If you
to
can't help
sort
me,
this
it's no
out?
point me talking to you all day long. I'd love to be transferred to a team leader. That'd be great.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. I'll get my manager on there and just hold on a second. Is that okay
Thank
with
you.
you, Danny? Yeah, no worries.
Play some elevator music.
Are you there, Danny?
Yeah, g'day. How you doing?
Hello, not too bad. My name is Tilly. I've just taken over the call from Agnes because she's just a bit confused about how we can help you. So fill me in and I'll see if I can help you.
Oh, good on you. I can hear you a lot better. If she's the receptionist, you can hardly hear her when she talks. It's very muffled. Maybe a new phone headset.
Right.
I could probably sell her
Yep,
one if you want
no
one.
problem. No problem. So how can I help you?
I've received an invoice from you guys for $20 plus GST, and it's for
What
the.
and what's this? Yep.
Oh, so my
Sorry.
company name or my trading as name is NZ Electronics,
Yep.
and I've received a zero invoice for $20 plus GST, and I've never had any dealings with you guys, nor have I authorized any advertising. So it looks like a pro
Is this on
forma invoice.
PriceMe?
Sorry?
What does the invoice show on it? Like what company name?
Your company is Global Compare Group, trading as
Yep.
PriceMe.
Okay, it is PriceMe. Okay, because this team doesn't deal with PriceMe.
Okay, dokie.
So that's okay because I can pass this on. So what I can do to you is I can give you our email address so that I can see it and I can pass it on. If you're able to forward that, is that possible? Just so it
No,
will
it's not. I'd
probably
rather
speed
talk
up
to
the
somebody on
process.
the phone if I can, because I have got better things to
Yeah.
do to chase a $23 bill I've never
Okay.
asked for.
Right. There is no call centre team for PriceMe. So what I can do is I can pass on your details to their team. There isn't a call centre team though. I'm just letting you know about that to see whether or not someone is able to reach out to you. That's what I was saying. If you were able to fire that through, we can have a quick look at it and pass it on so they've got everything ready in front of them. But other than that, if it's come from NZ Electronic, is that right? That's the company name?
Yep, that's correct.
That's your company name?
Yes,
Yep. And are you saying it's for $20 plus GST?
that's right.
Okay. And your name is it Danny Decker?
It's Danny D. Heck, like de heck with it.
Dehek?
Yep.
Okay, can you just spell your last name for me?
DE, and then there's a space, and then it's capital HEK.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Now, the number is the number we're talking to right now, is it? Can you just confirm that number for me as well? Because I'll
Yep,
just pass all of
021
this on to them. Yeah.
961 652.
Yep. Okay, so it is 021 961 652.
That's correct.
Cool. And do you have an email address, Danny, as well?
Yeah, I do. Danny
Yep.
at
Yep.
dehek, DEHEK.com.
EK? Yep. .com. Okay, no problem. Now, have you had, just so that we can pass on the full information, obviously the bill is from PriceMe. Have you had absolutely zero dealings with them in any way or form?
No, I haven't had any dealings with them. I think about 4 years ago, it may have been Price Spy and it might have been PriceMe, I'm not sure. But they were talking about...
Price Spy is a separate company.
Okay,
so that's not owned by us, but it's a completely separate business.
Okay, so I don't know whether I was talking to them or yourself, but I do remember 4 years ago talking with somebody and they said that they charged 35 cents a click for advertising.
I think that might be PriceMe, yep.
Yep, and I said, well, can you put a limit on how much advertising I do? And they said they couldn't. So then I said to them, well, what happens if 1 million people decide to click on my link? I'll get a big bill from you guys and I wouldn't authorize it. So So I've had no dealings with them and no authority to charge me any money whatsoever. But now I have a Proforma invoice here asking me to put money into their bank account. So I'm actually ringing because I think it's a scam, but it sounds like it's their legit way of doing business. Is that what you're saying?
No, not if you've not heard from anyone for 4 years. Definitely not. It would just come up out of nowhere and to be invoiced. But that's why I was wanting to have a look at it, just to make sure that there wouldn't be. I mean, Global Compare Group Limited, trading as PriceMe, is definitely the company. But I need to be able to see their invoice to confirm that. But what I'll do is I'll just pass on this information because I'll be able to tell if they've sent something out. And if they have sent something out, they can get in touch with you to sort this out, okay? I just wanted to make sure I could pass on as much information as possible for them so that you don't have to repeat yourself.
Okay, so if I forwarded that email onto you now, would that help?
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely. So I can give you the email address, which is our one. It's NZ Compare, but I'll look for it and I can then pass it all over, okay?
Well, how about we do that now in real time if you like?
Yep, that's brilliant. So the email address
Hold it. I'll just get a forward. I think that's forward. So what was your email address?
It is customer support. So it's customer, CUSTOMER, support, all one word, customer support.
Yep.
At NZCompare, NZCOMPARE.com.
Hold it. I'm no good at this. So
and
we've got... Hold it. I'll just... so compares... where is it gone? COMP...
ARE.com.
So
.com. And if you could just attention it to Tilly, I'll be able to look at it.
Oh, sorry, I'm dyslexic. How do you spell that?
My name?
Yeah.
Yep, it's TILLY.
PILLY. Okay.
Yep.
So can you just confirm that you've got that email now? Because I've just forwarded it to you.
I'll just refresh. It may take a couple of seconds.
Just sent, I think.
Yes, I have.
All right. Can you look at that and just tell me if is this a standard practice? Have you seen this before?
I don't think. Well, we're not the team, right? We don't actually deal with what gets sent out because we're NZ Compare. PriceMe is part of NZ Compare, but not this team.
Right.
So I need to confirm this. This looks like the monthly listing stats by the looks of it, and that there's a spend of $20. But obviously what you've said is you've not either authorised for that to take place, and they'd need to investigate that. So what I'm going to do is I've got it, I've seen it, I'm going to pass this on with all your information and what you're advising so you don't have to repeat yourself. And I will get someone to touch base with you in the next 24 hours. Now, they may touch base with you via email because, as I said, they don't have a call centre team. But I'll make sure they're passed on all this info so that you're not needing to go back and forth, okay?
So my concern is that your phone number is actually on the bottom of the invoice. And you're telling me that you've got nothing to do with this company and you can't talk to anyone at the company, but you've sent me a bill.
Yep, so what I'm saying, Danny, is that so this team, the team you called, they don't deal with this website. Does that make sense? So this team that you've called the customer support team, this team is specific to Power Compare and Broadband Compare. They don't deal with PriceMe. PriceMe doesn't have a call centre. So if there's a number on that, that's definitely something that has to be removed. I know it was removed off the websites because it caused confusion as well, because it's just stock standard information we put out there, but it shouldn't be for PriceMe because this call centre team has nothing to do with PriceMe.
So why is your phone number on the... I mean, I'm just being a bit of a prat now, but I mean, your phone number's on the bottom.
No, and that's something obviously we need to raise, but that's what I'm saying to you. This team has nothing to do with PriceMe. They work for Power Compare and Broadband Compare under NZ Compare, but the PriceMe website is something that they don't delve in. They don't know much about it. They wouldn't be able to see your invoices or anything like that. They deal with Power Compare and Broadband Compare. So that's something we can raise because it definitely needs to be removed. It has been removed off the website for the same reason. But we're run by the same people, the same business under NZ Compare or that Global Compare Limited.
All right, you're starting to really upset me now because on your invoice that I'm about to pay, if I were a paying customer, it tells me that I'm paying a company by Global Compare Group Limited.
Global Compare Group, yeah.
All right, but you've sent me a bill as PriceMe, a Proforma invoice. Theoretically, if I paid this, I could be paying a bill from a company, PriceMe, that you say you can't even talk to or have any association with. Really?
No. So you're not understanding me, Danny. What I'm saying is this team that you've called through to is not the call centre team for PriceMe.
So why did I get a bill? Why did I get an email with your phone number at the bottom of it claiming to be PriceMe?
That's something that'll 100%. That's what I've just said to you. Is that something we'd have to raise because you're right. It shouldn't have our number on it.
Right.
But the team that you've called through to is not the call centre team for PriceMe. We all belong to the same large company, NZ Compare, which is under Global Compare Group Limited, which PriceMe is one of the brands. But this team do not service PriceMe's website or PriceMe's customers. So I 100% agree with you that that number needs to come off the invoice so that it prevents this confusion.
So how do people contact you normally then if they get one of these bills?
So they'll typically contact back via the email that they've received it from, which is accounts@priceme.co.nz.
So you're all in the same building. I'm looking at your building on...
No, we are not. So that there literally isn't a call centre team for PriceMe. It's all the same address for the entire business. But
this sounds like a scam, I'm sorry to say. This sounds so sketchy because I'm ringing you with a phone number. I don't even know who I'm really talking to. How do I know you're real?
Well, I'm talking to you, Danny.
Yeah, but how do I know that?
The business.
So do you work for the company called Global Compare Group Limited?
Yes, So I'm employed by Global Compare Group Limited, and obviously NZ Compare is what we call our mothership brand. Like it's the big brand that owns PriceMe, Power Compare, Broadband Compare, Money Compare, Mobile Compare, all those brands that you'll see on the NZ Compare website, and PriceMe is one of them. That we recently acquired at the end of last year. So I definitely understand your frustration. Accounts@priceme.co.nz is the go-to for any account issues with PriceMe, and their team will always escalate and look at that. But there isn't a call centre. That number definitely needs to be removed because I know it's caused you frustration as to why you...
But this is not right. I'm sorry, whatever you... I know you're a call centre, okay? But you have got... I've got an invoice here for PriceMe advertising.
Yes.
And it's telling me to pay into Global Compare Group Limited bank account.
Yeah, because that is the organisation or the company of ours that owns all these brands.
But I can't talk to anybody.
People.
I can't talk to anybody from PriceMe.
Not through this team, Danny. That's why I need to pass on all your information to the PriceMe team. There's not a call centre team. They may reach out via email. They may call you. But this team isn't for PriceMe, so that's why I've asked for all that information, so I'm able to pass it on to people within PriceMe for them to reach out to you.
Right, so this looks like to me as a pro forma invoice where you're sending out invoices and administration people would pay these thinking they have to pay it because they have some association with PriceMe, and now you're telling me that I can't talk to anyone at PriceMe because they don't have a call centre. But the money,
Danny,
if I did pay the money, it would all go into the same group bank account.
Look, I don't know the bank accounts that it would go into, but it would be connected, obviously, to PriceMe.
Well, I can tell you the bank account number if you'd like. And do you want to
don't need it. Danny, I don't need it because what I'm trying to do here is help you, right?
You're not helping me by sending me an invoice for money I haven't authorised.
Danny, and that's why I need to be able to pass that on to them. Because obviously this is a first invoice you've received. You've said to us that you've not approved anything like that. They will need to investigate that. They will need to reach out to you because we don't have access to all that information.
It sounds like a scam.
Because this call centre is not to do with that particular brand.
It sounds like a scam.
Yeah. And that's okay if that's the way you're feeling, Danny, but it isn't. I will be passing it on into the PriceMe team to investigate so that they can come back to you. Now, they may call you or they may email you, but I can't see any of that information, the background information as to why that email would have been triggered or that invoice would have been triggered to you, especially if you're saying for the last 4 years you've spoken to no one, done nothing to do with PriceMe. So that can absolutely...
This sounds so shady, lady. You're just flogging me off. I should be transferred to somebody who's created this invoice. Who's created this invoice of mine?
We aren't able to transfer you. There's not a call centre team. That's
so
what I'm telling you.
Just so I'm straight, at the moment, I've got an invoice in front of me going to the company that you work for from a company that doesn't have a call centre. But if I paid this, I'd be paying it to the company you work for.
Well, I don't work under PriceMe.
No. The company, the invoice I've got here is going to Global Compare Group Limited. That's where, if I paid this...
absolutely correct. That's who we're all employed by. You're absolutely correct there. So the thing
Do you get many people like me who are upset and frustrated ringing you?
No, we actually don't. And that's what I'm trying to say to that. So I've tried to gain all the information so that we're able to look into it because we weren't aware our numbers on that. We knew it was originally on the website and that got removed.
So would it be better to send me an invoice without a number so I wouldn't be able to ring you and tell you you've sent me an invoice that I'm not going to pay that I didn't authorise?
No, that's not our decision, is it? It's for the team at PriceMe and what they're putting on the invoices. But that's why I've said to you, Danny, is that I needed all that information so I'm able to pass it on. Because without that, I'm not able to pass on the correct information to them.
All I'm going to get is an email from you guys telling me I don't have to pay the bill that I never authorised. And you guys are probably going to...
I'm not sure, and I'm not able to say that either, right? What I can say is I'm going to definitely pass on and escalate all the information that you've just given to me. It sounds like if you've not ever heard from PriceMe in the last 4 years and the last time you spoke to anyone was 4 years ago, that maybe there was an error, obviously.
No, I think what you guys are doing, sending out invoices, Proforma invoices, which is illegal, and you're sending them out to all the people that are listed on your website, hoping they're going to accidentally pay them.
No, Danny. No business can really get away with that, can they?
Well, no business can really remove their phone number off their website and send out invoices. And that's what you're telling me that they've just done.
There's a lot of businesses that don't have call centres anymore. We are a call centre for broadband and power compare. I'm absolutely, obviously, and naturally going to help you by passing that information on because we need to get that sorted for you. But I don't know what more I can assist with right now, Danny. Because I've got all the information. I want to be able to pass that all on to the team. I can't answer any more because I don't work within that space. I can't access any of that information as to why it's been sent out to you. They can, they will, and they will definitely reach out to you.
Well, I don't want them to reach out via email. I would like a phone call, please, because you've wasted half an hour of my time. And I just think this is appalling to send out invoices, Proforma invoices. And I don't believe I'm the only one.
And I've absolutely heard you, right? And that's what I've been spending this time talking to you, is that I wanted to be able to hear you to pass that on. So there's nothing more I can assist you with, Danny, until I get this inquiry over to that PriceMe team, okay?
Right. So when will I expect a phone call back?
Danny, I'm not sure because I'll need to look into it. So they'll probably call you back within today or tomorrow. It'll be at latest within the next 24 hours, but they'll need to look at it and then obviously get in touch with you. And I will let them know that your preference is to be called, not emailed, okay? I'll let them know that, but I need to be able to pass this on to them whilst I'm on the phone to you. I'm not able to do that.
It does sound shady as hell, just saying, but okay, I'll play the game. I'll look forward to the phone call as soon as you can, please.
Appreciate it, Danny. You have a lovely day.
All right. See you later. What was your name, by the way?
See you later. Tilly.
Pilly?
Tilly, yeah, with a T.
Oh, sorry, Tilly. All right. Thank you, Tilly.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing from you.
No worries. Have a lovely day.
Bye.
Thank you, Danny. Bye.
G'day. Just a follow-up on the saga of being sent a Proforma invoice for $20 plus GST, $23. I asked them to give me a ring. I didn't want an email because this company, in my opinion, is basically hiding behind a call center and sending out invoices and they're trying to hide you from people who are accountable for such actions. And I think that is appalling. So what I'll do is I will switch over to the email I got back from the CEO, Gavin Mail, and I'll just let you read that. And this is why they said they had the right to send me an invoice.
Hi, Danny. Tilly in the call center for NZ Compare passed on your message from yesterday. We have voided the invoice you received for $23. It should not have been sent. You were one of 3 businesses that were incorrectly invoiced following the transition of invoices from the old PriceMe platform to our Zero platform at Global Compare Group. It was not spam. It was not phishing. It was a human error, and I hope you accept my apologies. When invoice data of customers was copied across from the old PriceMe platform to this one, yours and 2 other businesses copied with an error on live status. Hence the $20 plus GST minimum invoice generated. Happy to discuss this further if you wish, but there is little I can add except this explanation. The telephone number that appears on the PriceMe site is a requirement for NZ trading companies which process payments via credit card. This is the best number to use for PriceMe queries, as it is more likely to have someone working who can answer, and then messages are passed on and responded to, like this one. Many thanks and apologies again. Best regards, Gavin.
So if you are going to advertise on Google AdWords, they do require you to either have a physical address, a phone number, or what was the other thing they require? Phone number, physical address. There's another, or email address. So you can have an email address, a physical address, or you can have an email address and a phone number, but you can't just have one of each. And that makes a lot of sense. So this company actually used somebody else's phone number, which was the call center, which ironically the lady, when I was talking earlier, you would have heard her say that the company I was about to pay was the same company. So I don't quite get that. Look, I don't want to give this company too much of a hard time. I think it's a bit, I just think it's, if I had an accounts person responsible for paying my invoices, because they sent stats and data about the invoice, and you can see that they've actually provided a service, my accounts department would have probably paid that bill thinking that was a bill that they pay every month. And as he said, there's 3 other companies that also received a bill, but doing that type of business isn't my type of, the way I do business. And I think it's pretty poor. And especially when this company has actually sent me an invoice to pay, and I've requested that Gavin Mail actually telephones me for an apology to say he mucked up. But instead, after requesting a phone call, he's decided to cowardly hide behind an email. He's put a lot of thought into it. He's justified all his actions, but he's actually wasted over an hour of my time. Not just the time doing this video, but he's put his phone number there so I can ring him if I want to. He's given me his physical location, his PO box, and he's also given me his Facebook page, his Instagram, his LinkedIn account, and his YouTube. So yeah, what do you do with companies like that? You write them a Google review, and that's exactly what I did. And I also wrote them a Facebook review. So I'm just sick of companies sending out invoices via emails that don't have any right to do so. With the amount of scams out there at the moment and people phishing for money, when I saw this New Zealand company hiding behind a phone number and I couldn't talk to the people that actually generated the invoice, it pissed me off, to be blunt. So maybe that's happened to you. If you've had a bad experience with PriceMe or NZ Compare, then let's compare apples with apples and see if anyone else has also had a bad experience with this company. I'm Danny De Heck. Thanks for watching my video.